Hello, my name is Ehsan. I'm a certified industrial hygienist and a certified safety professional. Today in this short video, I'm going to talk about the concept of competent person or qualified person in relation to occupational health and safety regulations. So within most occupational health and safety jurisdictions, there is reference to certain work activities or work processes that must be undertaken by qualified or competent person only. Some examples from WorkSafeBC occupational health and safety regulations is conducting a risk assessment prior to engaging workers in a work activity that may expose them to RCS or respirable crystalline silica dust, or development of confined space entry procedures, or conducting hazard assessments for confined space entry work. Now, generally speaking, anybody who possesses relevant knowledge, including having relevant education, training, or work experience, can be considered as qualified. However, the employer has a responsibility to exercise due diligence when it comes to selecting the qualified person. And in certain parts of the regulation or guidelines, the competency requirements have been laid out specifically. One example is the competency requirements for the qualified person when it comes to hazard assessment and development of entry procedures for confined spaces. Part 9 of WorkSafeBC guidelines indicates that the person may possess designations such as CIH, ROH, CSP, CRSP, or be a holder of a PEng certificate, plus having a relevant occupational hygiene experience when it comes to application of those practices into confined space entry work. There are also other criteria that are acceptable. Overall, it's very essential to refer to those applicable regulations and standards to identify what work processes or work activities need to be undertaken by a qualified person. One example from applicable standards would be if an employer requires their workers to use fall protection equipment, those equipment must be inspected annually. A thorough inspection must be conducted on an annual basis, and the person who is conducting that inspection, they must be qualified, and based on ANSI standard, they must possess the relevant training, education, and work experience to be able to conduct that inspection. So in a nutshell, it is very essential to refer to the regulations to identify the work processes that would require the employer to hire a qualified or a competent person. And also, sometimes those competency requirements are laid out in the regulations, and it must be made ensure that due diligence has been exercised in the selection process. And preference may be given to hiring somebody from within the company or within the organization. And if it was determined that such competency is not available internally, then an external resource can be hired. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and you can refer to the article and the table that is provided as a general guide or reference to circumstances where a qualified or competent person must be hired to be able to comply with the regulations. Thank you.